Yo, and we back again, man. For day two. Got Cena and Bray Wyatt in the ring right now. I already know. Let me hop over here 1 second. Bear with me. Shit, I need to make sure they can blood it. You can look what you can't touch. Oh, they doing commentary. That's dope, though. All right, bro, we back. Hey, Chaotic, what up, G? What's up, Shoes Up, Fresh Prince? Shout out to all of y'all, bro. We over here trying to catch the end of this mania after this crazy battle just went down, bro. You already know. I dropped the link in the chat, man. If anybody want to hop on or whatever, bro, you know, it's going down. We're out here catching it, man. I went back and watched first WrestleMania today, man, and some good things happened on that show for part one, man. Some real good things happened on that. But it is what it is. I guess I'll talk about that in a minute. Right now, we're running through the Cena and Bray Wyatt promo, the Fiend getting that thing on. This little, I guess, flashback trip down memory lane type deal. You know. Oh, wait, we got action. What up, Pete Town? I see you, bro. Back again, man. Did you catch any of the other show so far? You've been watching the whole thing?
Yeah, I mean, I was watching the whole thing like while the battle was going on.
Yeah, I was too. I was too. How'd you feel about that Charlotte Flair match?
About which one?
The Charlotte Flair match.
Oh, that I did miss a little bit of that because I was getting something to eat or whatever. But
yeah,
it seemed like it was pretty decent though. I didn't like the ending personally, but
yeah, how it, you know. Yeah, I wish that could have been a little different, but I can't really complain with the match. I was satisfied with the match overall.
But honestly, I kind of feel like they may have changed some of the endings just because of all this.
Indeed. Hey, can you hear the feedback from my TV?
No, I have the YouTube stream muted, but I just have the StreamYard up.
Sweet. Okay. I was just trying to make sure I ain't trying to get no strike, but I want to hear what's going on at the same time.
Oh, yeah, you're good.
You know, since we got Thugonomics out here now. Hey, is you still on the delay? You got Thugonomics out there yet?
I have not looked in a while.
Oh, man.
But, oh, wait, no, I was thinking about, like, the Funko thing.
Where? Oh, no. I was talking about
no, yeah. Show. Right now it's said he's the golden goose.
Yeah.
It's untouchable.
Yeah. I think I'm still ahead of you.
Really? Well, it could just be the delay just from.
Oh wait, P-Town said he can hear it. Let me turn that down.
But still.
Huh? We got another cinematic production going on today, man.
Yeah, I mean, I guess that was the only real way they'd be able to do something like this anyway.
Yeah, I'm kind of digging the walk down memory lane though. Like I'm kind of digging that, trying to play with the psyche of Cena or whatever.
Yeah,
I can live with that angle. I rewatched that Taker AJ Styles match today too, man.
How was it? I meant to do that, but it got to be close to who has the heat time, and I was like, I don't even remember how long that thing was. So
it was long. For real. Honestly, it was still a drag, but I mean I respected it a little bit more, but it was still way over the top and unnecessary, but not as terrible as I thought yesterday.
Yeah, I mean I can see that if you're really paying attention to it, because it looked like they got across the point that they were trying to go for.
Yeah, for sure. And that ladder match was insane with the Usos, Kofi Kingston, and John Morrison.
Yeah.
Did you see that yet?
I saw a lot of it yesterday, but still, like you see, like that rope walk he did.
Yeah, that all the ladder action. That was. I don't really like ladder matches, but that was cool. I rocks with that.
I mean,
they
for
really
me,
pushed that.
I mean, a ladder match was one of the first crazy matches that I saw, like Shaun Michaels and Razor Ramon.
Mm-hmm.
So I kind of got some memories of that or whatever. So maybe that's why I kind of like those. But
indeed, I just like the action, man. Lately the ladder matches ain't really been that great. You got to travel down to the Hardys and to get a ladder match.
I will say you'll have to do some digging. Actually, I might be able to share it to you somehow. But in AEW last year, it was one of the pay-per-views. It was the Young Bucks versus the Lucha Brothers.
Uh-huh.
That ladder match was something else.
Really?
So I'll have to figure out which pay-per-view that was on, but that one is very much worth watching.
Yeah, I gotta backtrack all that for sure.
Because I mean, their weekly shows are hit and miss, kind of up and down, especially lately. But the pay-per-views, you can count on some quality stuff.
Indeed. I should be able to get that with my TV service and whatnot. So it shouldn't really be an issue for me to keep up going forward, man. I'm gonna have to.
Yeah, because they're on. It's just TNT, so that's a pretty standard.
Oh yeah, I catch the weekly episodes, no problem. Wait, we got action. Somebody texting me.
And then they got the pay-per-views, and those it's crazy because the pay-per-views on Fight TV, which is for basically people outside of the States, the pay-per-views on there are $20. But if you buy them on, was it Bleacher Report or something, BR Live, they're $50. And I'm like, nope. I got a VPN service. I'll use that. Jump on Fight and get it for the $20, no problem.
Yeah, that ain't terrible at all. For sure. When are we gonna get to this match though?
What is it?
Did you catch the Edge and Randy Orton joint?
Yeah, it seemed like there was a lot going on in that.
Yeah, I was off and on it because the battle. Speaking of who has the heat, man, if you didn't see it, bro, go check it out. It was something epic. Rules is rules though, but it was. Hey, go ahead. What you about to say?
I didn't see what the debate was personally, right? I was like, look, he came back. He said, hey, I can't do it. I'm going the lifeline route. 90 seconds hits. That screen is still blank. It's like somebody in the chat said, if you're wrestling and you hit that 10-second count out, you're done, period.
Facts.
So I was like, why is this still going on?
Yeah, that's why I just be sitting back like, man, what are we talking about?
Because I saw you and I was like, he wants to watch WrestleMania fully right now. I saw it in your face. I was like, you were done. You were like, look, we're good.
That's it. I got time.
I don't need to plug anything. I need to shout out my channel. We can wrap this up.
I didn't even do an exit. Nah, I'm good. I'm good. I don't have to say shit. I'm trying to watch the draft of that. For real.
And because I was just like, man, some hurt feelings.
A lot of times, man, they get caught up in wanting to explain, and I understand because you got to make sure everything's clear to everybody. But I work in management, man. I manage where I work, and it's like, hey, this is what it is. We ain't got shit to talk about after that. Like, what are we talking about? So,
and that's like this. It's like, look, like, you get over it. Like, it's. I mean, yeah, it matters in its own way, but it's not the end of the world for real, you know?
Yeah, I definitely wanted to see that last shoe, but hey man, rules is rules, bro.
That I was curious what she was gonna bring out and everything. I know if it would have been me, and if I had that question, and you asked for something from 2015, because I only could go 2015, you're getting those Hornets 5s probably.
Yeah, I'm sure I got something up there. I just don't remember what off the top of my head, but I would have found it.
Actually, you know what? Nope, 72 10s. That's because that was the end of 15, right?
Probably. All my dates, man, they all run together, unless it was like yesterday.
Because I'm trying to think, it was 72 10s, then Space Jams, right? Then Concord.
72 10s.
Okay, yeah.
Concords and Breads.
So yeah. I would have gone with that then.
I don't know what I'm saying.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I know I got something up there that qualifies without a doubt.
Wait, is that a commercial?
Like 2004 or something. I would have been out of luck. But
2004, I've got nothing.
Yeah, anything. I'm probably good like 2010 and up. But I don't keep a lot of old shoes. Like once they get a certain age, man, I'm done with them. They got to go.
Yeah, I mean, I do have like. And because like since they're not popped or anything, I could still wear my like 360s from 2006, but that's just one of those things where I pulled those out recently because it's like the shoe that got me really started. But other than that, I was just buying like the yearly Air Max releases, so like the 2009, 2010, 2011, and it wasn't until, like I said, those Hornets 5s in 2015 that was the first non-Air Max that I bought, I think. If not those, was the KD8. But still, like neither one is anything amazing.
Indeed.
So that would have been on the level with that GR question.
For sure.
So what
y'all on tonight? Chilling. I'm on some Crown and Coke right now.
I got this
in my cup.
I got this mineral water here.
I need to be like you, man. That's $10 a bottle. That's fully alkaline, 10.0. Got that expensive water. For real.
Because like they say you should drink a certain amount of water, but like this at least has kind of a taste to it. Because like normal water, you know what? I'm gonna stop because I know how this sounds. But I'm just agreeing with you basically. So yeah,
indeed. I know. I've been down that road. All that good stuff. So did Cena just lose?
Okay, yeah, that's my question. Like,
what
it was happening, and then there was a commercial.
Yeah, and then he's laying on the ground with Bray, and Titus is confused, and I don't get it.
So okay, so they didn't have a match as much as it was just
a presentation.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm definitely gonna have to go back and watch that then.
Because I thought it was gonna be some of that crazy stuff, and then end up like
match.
Yeah,
you both end up in the ring. The lights go out. Red light special.
Like any normal kind of like backlot, off-site fight.
Yeah, for sure. I could kind of get into this though, man. The whole little cinematic kind of thing.
Yeah,
it's got to be right though. It has to be right.
I saw a couple tweets or whatever, like Matt Hardy was saying that because like he probably started this whole thing with his final deletion back in like 2018 or 17.
Yeah,
because that just blew up completely. Like everybody was talking about that. And so now, because when everybody saw the match last night, I guess they were all like talking to him like, "Hey, are you seeing this? What do you think about this?" And he's like, "Yeah, I was hoping that more people would start doing this. It just took forever, I guess."
Yeah, It's definitely not a bad concept. It's just you can't kill it. Like you gotta let it live, and it's okay to put in like a, I guess for lack of a better definition, like Super Cena angle, and you're overcoming all things and
Yeah.
all that. But just dumb that down a little bit. And I think if they wanted to do that on a regular basis, you could. I think that would really help with storylines to really drive them home.
For certain things, like you build up to it from like maybe something happens at WrestleMania, it builds, and then it kind of just comes all together at like SummerSlam or something.
For sure. I think that could be dope. And then just how your matches play out, how they play out, but use that as your build-up. That'd be dope. It's the same thing they're doing with the intros to all the matches anyway.
Yeah.
Just a little more in depth and thought out.
But the biggest thing seems to be that, like, and I'm only going by like what people say in interviews, like Sasha Banks and whatever. It's like they say that like the direction changes so much. If you're gonna build up to something and have it truly matter, you gotta like ride it out more than just like 2 weeks. You know what I mean?
You've got to commit to that. The good, the bad, the ugly, all that.
Yeah. Because usually, if you do that, like I look at some of the feuds that were going on back in the 90s or whatever. I mean, that not Undertaker, Shaun Michaels and Austin up to WrestleMania, that wasn't just like, it didn't just come out of nowhere. Like people saw it coming,
For sure. Definitely. Moti said he did not expect the Cena versus the Fiend match to be like that. I don't think anybody did.
No, I don't think anybody could have guessed that that's what that was going to be. I expected just like kind of like Hell in a Cell style, but like in a weird setting.
Indeed.
Because who was it? Somebody, Raven. Raven used to have these
shout out to Raven.
Clockwork Orange matches. I don't know. There was like a cage, but they had like various weapons like tied to the cage or something.
Mm-hmm.
It was like multiple. I don't know. Raven was different. I like him. Don't get me wrong, but he was.
I did. He wasn't like in my top 10 or nothing, but he was. I could watch it. I mean, he definitely. I like the character for sure.
Oh yeah, like when he was like when he was having his feud with Benoit at some point, like. And he'd come out there and talk about whatever.
Say his name on YouTube.
Oh,
They're gonna flag my shit now. It's gonna be like, yo, what is this? You can't talk about that guy.
But I was like, when they were having that, and like he got him the crippler crossface at the end, and like he held it and like until he tapped out, or not tapped out, but passed out. I'm like, man, that's crazy. This Raven dude's something else.
For sure. I'm gonna hit money up real quick. See if you want to hop in.
I did not get on the Reflective this week, and I saw that notification hours later. Though, given Yeezy Supply, I probably still could have jumped into the waiting room because their waiting room, there's no quick wait. That's for sure.
Yeah, I saw it. I saw it online, and I was actually in the waiting room early on, but I didn't try for it. I didn't really want it.
Let's see, my top 5. Definitely Undertaker and Shaun Michaels are in there. I'll probably put Bret Hart in there. Rob Van Dam.
Shout out to RVD.
And shoot. Between Taz and Sabu, it's a toss-up depending on the day.
Man, some big names, man. And some big names for real. Oh wait, we got action. Oh yeah.
Lesnar.
I don't know what that's about.
Was it?
He said, "Watch your mouth, bro." Oh,
Did you see the? I mean, it just came out like recently, but the Dark Side of Wrestling episode with New Jack. Have you seen that yet? I haven't seen it.
I've seen it in my scroll, but I haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, I have it in a tab like further down on the laptop here, because I saw the other one of He Who Shall Not Be Named last week, and that was crazy.
But, yeah, I saw that one too. And the Dark Side of that person. I didn't. I need to catch that one too, man. I definitely need to catch that one.
Because I knew some of that stuff, but they went into some details about some things, and it's like, okay, that's things got weird in those last hours in that house. That's for sure.
That's hilarious. For sure.
But at least like I'm not to glorify it, but like at least people learn some stuff from it and they kind of take some precautions.
For sure. As long as good outcomes or forward and procedures or whatever, man.
Yeah.
There's always
because when you look at what he went through and like physical damage leading to brain damage, it's like you would think that Mick Foley would be like right up there, like locked away somewhere. You know what I mean? Like Harley Quinn style.
For sure. Got to be.
But when I saw him doing his comedy thing, I guess he had been talking with the guy that was doing all the concussion studies that used to be a wrestler, Chris something. And he was saying that like when Foley goes out and he's like telling all these stories, pulling back all these old memories, that kind of helps the healing process and helps him kind of stay together,
Yeah.
So basically, like him doing that is his own way of going through therapy.
Indeed.
And
I think Mike Tyson said the same thing.
Say that again?
I think Mike Tyson said the same thing.
Man, like I wanted to see him when he was doing that tour, but I don't remember what happened. Like maybe I moved before it was gonna be possible, but yeah. I'd like to see Tyson, like, I've seen Tyson before, but when I saw him, it was at Comic-Con, and it was for Mike Tyson Mystery, so it was kind of a different story.
Yeah, that ain't the same.
So there he was. I mean, he sang a song at some point. He was just kind of telling some random jokes, or maybe he wasn't. Maybe he was just confused. I don't know, but he was up there just talking, But I'd like to see him in a setting where he's just talking about his life.
Yeah, definitely. I watched that one recording when he actually recorded it and put it on TV. I watched it.
Okay.
I would have loved to have caught a live viewing of that.
Favorite two right now, Ultra Boost 19.
Woo!
Because it's pretty solid for running. I mean, again, like the Vapor Max Flynet 3 is like so close. It's like if that's a number one, that is like 1.001. You know what I'm saying? Like right there after it.
I can dig that for sure. Like everybody knows that Brett 11 is my grail shoe for life.
Oh, okay. Well, if we're talking about it like that, okay, then my answer will be like the one shoe that I would say is in my grail status is the Obsidian 12. I
can dig it. That's a fire 12.
Like I've been waiting for that thing to come back for a while because I missed. I mean, I know it was out in like 2012 or 13 or something, but I didn't know anything about that then because I wasn't into that kind of stuff like that. But when I got into it, and what's that?
That was broke. That was broke as a joke.
Actually, you know what? In 2003 or 12, like it was possible. But anyways, like it wasn't until like when I started buying shoes, like I said, like the first 12 that came out after I started buying shoes was the Masters, right? To kind of give you an idea of time frame. Mm-hmm. So not super long ago.
I think that fit the criteria for that question too. Master 12.
Yeah. And that was actually, I brought that out in my, what was that? The top 5 in your collection video that somebody started that.
I think that was Juggernaut of Souls.
Huh.
Yeah, because I just posted my top 7 the other day.
Because I did that, and it was because I was just going by like, kind of like story, what the shoe means or whatever. And given that the 12 is my favorite Jordan, and I've wanted one since I was however old I was when the Jordan 12 came out, being able to finally get my hands on one, like, man, this is awesome.
Yeah, that Obsidian is a keeper for sure.
Yeah,
I've never owned that shoe either. I've never had that.
So kind of like those Flint 13s then.
Yeah, I got a couple OGs that I've never had, and hopefully in the next 3-4 years I can have them all. I can retire, man. I can just hang the game up. Oh man, we got action. We got action.
Hold on, let me see. trying to look at this chat real quick. Like my first YouTube live and my first W on Easy Supply. It's a big day for you. I have to go check you out. Open your channel in another tab.
Yeah, for sure. I had to get over there in a minute. Did you just see the finish of that? Is it done yet?
Yeah. I saw that just a moment ago. It was a little unexpected. I don't know. I guess I feel maybe I just expected the match to be longer in some ways, but I guess it is Brock Lesnar. You know, it's no reason to really drag it out.
Yeah, I'm like super excited right now that Drew McIntyre won that match. I'm overly excited.
Dude, like I'm ready to see somebody who's like out there regular. I mean, I get the whole like, oh, Hogan wasn't always on TV. It's like, okay, wrestling was also somewhat different then. Yeah, but anyway, like it'll be nice to see somebody like regularly around, not just like
a week
every 4 weeks, and then like he has someone speak for him.
Yeah, some regular old match. But you doing the same old shit, coming down fat and out of shape.
Dude, like, when Cain Velasquez came back, like you need to put a shirt on. You know that.
I'm telling you. Hey, my man Dreadlock Warrior in the building. What up, bro? I see you, man. Dub C and Mac 10. I left him on the West Coast, man. I had to come back to the East Coast and chill. You know how that go. All day.
Yeah. I am hoping for those Obsidians to happen at some point, because it's just in 2016 when they had all those 12s. Was it 16? Yeah, because that was the year they had like the flu games and the French blues and everything, except that. And even still, they've put out a couple since then, but like and I got nothing against the Flint 12s or the Game Royal 12s. Kind of got something against the reverse taxis, but for the most part, you know,
I got a lot against those.
I was just gonna.
I got a whole lot against those.
And that, you know, because that was one of those things where, like, even when I was doing my review on those, it's like I like 12s, so I wanted to like that shoe. You know how that is, right? But it was just I couldn't.
Yeah, that one was tough. You know, I saw it and I was like, nah, we're gonna go ahead and pass on that. Like with ease.
It's like you look at it and you know what it could be, and you're just like, it's like the Undertaker.
That's really what it is. Like I'm tired of these reverses. Like everybody was calling those 13s the reverse he got games, and it's not the reverse he got game. That's the reverse.
Not even
Chinese exclusive shoe, and it's like, come on, man, y'all wilding. But I just hate the whole reverse concept, and like reverse flu games are supposed to drop this year. I'm like, yo, just leave it where it's at. Stop reversing. I don't want nothing reversed. Yeah. Keep it how it was. That's all I'm saying. Just keep it regular. Stop reversing stuff. Or if you're not gonna keep it regular, do something totally different. Don't put the same association to it. Like I hate when they do that.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like they're giving people all these other things. It's like, look, obviously they know what they need to do, right? Because much like with the Bread 11s, you know, the biggest selling shoe in recent times because they made, what do you say, 2 million of them?
Yeah, at least.
Like if you make with something like that, like if you know it's something that people want, and you make that thing and you make the right number of it, they're all going to sell out
for sure
on that first day, right? And otherwise you're just going to lose money when you when you make these things that people don't want, and then they're next thing you know they're $100 at Hibbett, and it's like, see, you're just wasting your own time here.
Definitely. Totally agree. I need to pull up this match list right quick, man, so we can run these down.
Let's see what's going on in there. Let's see. Hopefully those Carmine's Nike next year.
Yeah, how you rock with the Carmines?
I kind of have a vague picture in my head of them. Let me look up something.
It's the all white 6 with the red hits on the toe cap side panel. All that good stuff.
That sounds very familiar. Is it
Just like the
okay?
Gatorades that drop, but they red.
Yeah, okay. Because I was picturing some kind of maroon shoe. What was I thinking then?
You were probably thinking the maroon sixes.
Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'm not a six guy, but I'm not against these though. As
Yeah, I
far
like
as
those. I like the DMP 6, and I like that Quay 54 6 that's dropping. I'll probably get both of those, but I don't really like the Carmines too much. A lot of the OG sixes, they okay, but I don't really own too many of them. A lot of the sixes that I own are non OG. I mean, I had the infrareds, but I've got the Gatorades, the Slam Dunk sixes. I've got about 5 or 6 sixes, but the majority of them aren't OGs at all.
yeah, that's who was it? I saw a little challenge going around. It was just like, make a video about your favorite Jordan that Jordan actually wore. I was like, like how many do I have for that? Because I think it's too many.
Yeah, E-Money was talking about that the other day.
Because I think, well, okay, I have a couple of 11s, Concords and Breads, and flu games. But I don't know, that might be about it.
Man, I got plenty of them.
Yeah.
Them 11s, boy. I'm 11 heavy. I mean, I think I probably got maybe 10, 11 pairs.
And see, that's the thing. Like, I like 11s. I do. You know what I mean? I don't get as crazy about them as like a lot of people do, but I like most of the ones that I see. I just don't end up with a lot of them. I have the like the holiday releases,
Mm-hmm.
and I have that navy pair with the gum bottom.
Yeah, those are flame though. I heard you talking about those earlier today.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, because those Vader, man, that was a beast of a dude right there.
Oh yeah, Big Van.
God,
for sure. Oh wait, I had the matches pulled up. I had to come back to the chat. Got distracted. So out the gate, they had Charlotte Flair versus Rhia Ripley, and Charlotte took that match. I don't know how that's gonna work with her being the NXT champ. Like, how are they gonna do that?
I feel like that was not the best move because like NXT is fine.
Indeed.
Because like Rhea Ripley's, they had this whole buildup of with Shayna Baszler for what seemed like forever, but I mean it didn't drag out. I'm just saying it seemed like a long time.
Indeed.
And I was cool with it. And then when she won, it's like okay, because it seems like NXT kind of sticks with some pretty lengthy women's title reigns. But this one was like, what, a month? 2? Well, wait, no. It was only a few months or something, it feels like. But still, I don't know, man. I just thought Rhea was going to hold it longer.
Yeah, I didn't expect Charlotte Flair to necessarily lose, or if you could lose, it's a way to lose, at least lose in a great way to kind of give NXT that boost that they don't really need. But I mean, if you're trying to put them over the hill, I understand. But she's gonna have to be at NXT, or is NXT gonna come up? You're gonna try to split promotions, or like that's weird. That was weird to me.
And so
go ahead.
I was gonna say like the only, and really like you can't even do a real like the rubber band match where you do the bounce back and like, oh, let's do this again, because it wasn't like, oh, something happened on the outside and then you won because of some interference.
Yeah, like they tried to do with Bayley.
Yeah, it's like, no, she won by submission, like in the middle of the ring.
Indeed, figure 8.
It's like, it's not that the referee didn't see the rope break. Nope, you just tapped out.
Clean.
Like excessively tapped out. So
the next match after that was Aleister Black and Bobby Lashley. I'm not a Bobby Lashley fan. I'm just.
I don't even know if Bobby Lashley is a Bobby Lashley fan.
Lana either. But I think I'm pretty sure Aleister Black won that match. He didn't really have a choice.
Yeah, like I could see. I was very sure he was going to win, and then like, because what happened was, Bobby Lashley had him up for whatever move Bobby Lashley does, and Lana's like, "No, give him the spear." So he puts him down, and he goes into the corner, and I'm like, "Oh, well, clearly he's going to run at him and get kicked in the face." Yep. And then 2 seconds later, That's what happens.
That's exactly what happened. Kapow, get him out of there.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay, this was nobody even wanted this match.
Yeah,
right?
they pushing him to the moon too, man. Like they gonna end up ruining that some type of way. You're gonna give Alistair this humongous push and then crumble it. Like it's
I mean, unless they, because that's the thing, it's like you got to find a way to push somebody and make them relevant, but not necessarily like, if they're not going to be in the title picture, like you got to kind of find another way.
Indeed.
Because
sure.
If you push them to, because they've done that where they try to make the not U.S. title. Is it the U.S. title? Yeah, the U.S. title mean more because it's like, oh, look, like Cena has it on Raw every week. It's like, okay, like that's, to me, that didn't really do anything for the belt, though there were some pretty good matches. I'll give them that. It didn't.
I like the concept.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but it was like as soon as the match was over, like I wasn't still thinking about the U.S. title.
Indeed.
I was thinking about the match he had with Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I'd much rather see you build something up than to just walk down there and be like, whoever want to come down, let's do it. Like, nah.
Yeah. Nah. Because it was
build that up.
Because like you kind of knew he was gonna win. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Except for, minus the time when Alberto Del Rio came back out of nowhere.
See, that's different though. You got to do something.
Yeah.
Because it's Del Rio. The match after that was Otis and Dolph. I didn't even see that match. Did you see that one?
I did, and Mandy Rose came out at the end. Something happened, and then it may have been the distraction or whatever it was, but then Dolph Ziggler ended up getting hit with whatever move, and then he lost, right?
I don't know.
Yeah, that's right. Because I remember then Otis got out of the ring and he picked up Mandy and walked off with her. Not picked her up off the ground, but it's like, oh, hey, get in my arms, let me carry you around, whatever.
Yeah, so they just forwarded that the Otis and Mandy Rose joint.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can dig that. Next, Edge versus Randy Orton in the match that took forever on top of everything.
God, that was okay, so sometimes I get distracted with all the other stuff. I'm like, why does this building, where are they in here? Like, what is going on?
I'm always looking in the background.
I'm like, wait a second now.
Yeah, I was texting E-Money on the show, and I'm like, yo, you see this makeshift gym that they just put up in here?
And honestly, I'll be the first thing I thought of when when Orton got Edge's head in there, I was like, oh, they can't do this Benoit style thing. Like, what are they doing?
That's what I thought about. You said it again.
Oh yeah.
It's all good. It don't matter. But I was low key. I was thinking the same thing. Like, people are definitely gonna associate that, to that particular portion of the match. And I was like, man, I can't believe it. I get it, but I can't believe they just did that. For sure.
Look at Undertaker, this huge Andre the Giant shirt.
Indeed. And
But
I knew, Edge didn't have a choice but to win. That would have killed this whole build-up had he lost.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
that already knew. That shirt is dope, though.
Oh, yeah. I'm wondering where he got it, because
ain't no telling, man. He got exclusive access to everything.
That is true.
He
is the Undertaker.
Yeah, for sure. We had the Street Profits versus Austin Theory and Angel Garza. I didn't watch that match. Don't know what happened.
So the Street Profits won. It was I am bad with their names, but the bigger one was in the middle of a submission or a pin or something was going on. Austin Theory was on top of him, basically on the ground. The smaller one hit him with a frog splash and then pinned him.
Yeah, that's fun.
So
that's fun.
But it's okay, there was no reason for Austin Theory and Garza to win there, because it seems like Austin is just there kind of temporarily for whatever reason.
Yeah, and they're definitely pushing the Street Profits, but I'm not sold on them yet.
So they were solid in NXT, right? Mm-hmm. because they weren't, you know, in NXT people are just kind of doing what they do and it just works.
Yeah.
But then sometimes you get to Raw and it's like, okay, we need to take this and just turn it up. It's like, look, it was fine. Just let them go out there. They've got charisma. People are going to want to pay attention to them as soon as they see them. And then once they have that attention, they'll hold it on their own.
Yeah, I hate their promos, but I like their in-ring talent.
Right? That's the thing. Like, 'cause they weren't doing all that stuff. Like, they would come out there with the red cups, and like the crowd would hold their cups up, and they'd, you know, do a little bit of dancing or whatever, walking through the crowd, and then they'd have their match. And that was good.
I agree, Moti. That match was way too long. Like,
yes, like
outrageously too long.
It just kept. I would look up, and it's just still happening, and but it's like every time I looked up, they were in a different place. So
that's what camera lady kept saying. She was like, "Yo, they still up there fighting?" I was like, "Yeah, it's the last man standing match." She's talking about, well, he can't get up, and I'm like, "No, he's gonna get up."
But when Edge was like crawling on like that ceiling, I don't know, that ceiling cage,
whatever that crap was.
Like, why is that up there?
I don't know, man. No clue at all. I want to go back and watch that fully, but I kind of don't, because I don't want to spend like 12 hours watching a match.
Yeah,
but it is.
It's like it was just hard to. The whole setting of WrestleMania just kind of made it harder to want to get into it anyway, you know?
Indeed.
It's like when you turn on something, and I don't like to go into things like with a negative mindset, but it's just like, look, I feel like I'm not going to enjoy this, and I couldn't shake that feeling because of all the circumstances.
Yeah, the pay-per-views that I've seen this year were pretty good, but I try to leave the canvas blank, just like you said. The slate's blank. We come in, let's see what type of show you put forth, and
right.
That's why I was so anxious to actually watch this joint. But,
yeah, and
go ahead.
Not to jump ahead, but again, like Logan's saying here, like then that Funhouse thing was just.
Yeah, because that women's match, I don't even really care to talk about.
That was nobody like. There was a moment in there where who was it, Tamina and Naomi and Sasha, they were all standing in the ring, and they're like, I heard the announcer, oh, they're gonna reunite Team Bad, and it's like, who remembers that?
Nobody. Who cares?
Like,
so what? Who cares?
Like, that was a failure on all levels.
Yeah, my favorite part of the match was the outfits. That was it. Yep. Hey, those are some nice outfits we got there. But I agree, man. I like the concept of the Bray Wyatt and Cena thing. I like how they kind of drew it up. I like how they presented it. But the fact that I didn't see a match and somebody lost, I still don't get it.
Because
how do you lose without a competition?
And that's the thing, because like when the match first was like being formed, I was like, you know what, I can actually see this kind of being good. Like when it was just Fiend versus John Cena, no stipulations or whatever. I was like, this could build into something that's worth watching. You know what I mean? Because it was looking like, maybe this is going to be Cena's last match, or at least for a long time.
Yeah.
So something is going to happen. It's probably crazy. And then, something happened that was crazy, yeah, but in all the wrong ways.
Yeah, for sure. You do the build up. They could have shorted that down, did your little walk down memory lane thing, bring them both out, red light special, and get to the match. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I just saw the comment on the screen here.
Yeah, that thing was long. Wait, what was this about? Hulk Hogan. Because Hulk Hogan to host WrestleMania next year in LA if it all goes according to plan. You think he'll ever get that Vince McMahon match?
Man, I don't know.
Do you want to see a 90-year-old Hulk Hogan versus a 95-year-old Vince McMahon getting out there and scrapping it out?
Because I was there for the Bret Hart versus McMahon thing.
Man, you've been everywhere.
McMahon was a lot younger in, 2010, so good 10 years ago. Bret Hart was probably, given his circumstances, was probably where Hulk Hogan is right now.
Indeed.
And it was not something you watch with excitement.
For sure.
So if it happens, it's going to be mostly a train wreck.
Yeah, it was hard enough for me to watch Taker present day, yet alone either one of them present day. Like now, new.
Oh yeah,
I'm good on that.
Because I made the mistake like a few years ago watching Royal Rumble '98, where it's like Shaun Michaels Undertaker casket match, and just seeing Undertaker move around the ring like freaking Rey Mysterio, and then go and watch him fight like whoever he was fighting in like 2014. Like, man, this is not the same dude.
Yeah, you know, Taker is definitely in my top 3, man. I say that all the time, and so for me to be like, I don't want to see it. Me and Camera Lady were watching. I think it was a Raw or something, and he made this. It might have been a SmackDown. He made this little comeback, and he's out there, and I'm like, yo, I officially don't want to see this anymore. I don't want to see it. I'm tired of looking at it.
Yeah, he's half the reason that I got into wrestling. Like him and Mankind.
Half.
Like I was flipping through the channels one day, and I just saw some crazy stuff going on. I'm like. And I recognized The Undertaker because he's just a name that people just happen to know, right?
Indeed.
And so, but I didn't know who the other dude was. My man, this guy with this crazy mask on, I don't know what they're doing. And then this crazy mask man like tried to burn The Undertaker's face with this fireball. I'm like, dude, what is this happening? Is this what wrestling is now? Like, this is crazy. And I'm like, the next day I'm telling somebody about it at the, like walking up to the bus stop on the way to school or whatever. I'm like, man, like, I was watching flipping through the channels. I saw wrestling last night. Like this was going on and blah blah. He's like, oh yeah, that's Mankind. Like they're gonna have a fight at Revenge of the Taker on Sunday. I'm like, oh okay, that's cool. But you can come over and watch it. I got the black box. You know, you can watch out.
Yeah, shout out to the black box.
So to give you an idea of when this was happening. So because I was like, man, and after that, like, I mean, I was already friends with the dude, but then like. So all the pay-per-views, like, yeah, come on over, we can watch movies, whatever, man. Because he lived like my apartment thing, like where we were living or whatever, was like right across from his. So it's like, all right, cool.
Can't beat that with a bat, man. The last match was Brock Lesnar and Drew McIntyre, and I'm overjoyed about the outcome of that match. I'm tired of seeing Brock too. Like
it's like. He doesn't quite get the hate like Roman Reigns but people still don't want him. You know what I mean?
I feel like Roman Reigns don't try. Like you have your wrestlers that have their 5 to 6 move skill set that you're gonna see. He definitely puts in the work. He definitely gives the effort. But I just wish he had a broader base for what he could actually do.
Yeah, because like. I'll see people all the time, like his peers, basically saying, "Man, he's such a good worker. I don't know why he gets all the hate." It's like it doesn't like you must not see what we see as fans.
For sure,
what we see is like the person that wins Royal Rumble after Royal Rumble, headlines WrestleMania after WrestleMania that nobody wants. Everybody is chanting, "Yeah, Daniel Bryan," and then Daniel Bryan gets thrown out of the ring, and you're like, "Wait." Okay, let's go Ziggler. It's like, oh, Ziggler's on. All right, Rusev. Right, that was Royal Rumble 2015, Philadelphia, the Wells Fargo Center, and it was just a mess, And so now, even if he like got more entertaining as far as his matches go, it's like kind of tainted. So there's that. But like you said. I haven't seen much of anything about them that makes me think like, let me pay attention to this guy.
Indeed. And I mean, even like the Rock only had maybe 5 or 6 moves. Cena doesn't have very many moves in his skill set, but at least over time they try to do something different,
right?
At least bring some type of creativity to what they do good. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, damn, man, you at least got to try, man. It's the same thing. You get in there, you get beat down, you survive, then you start Wuhan, 15 super punches to spare, and we out of there. And it's like, yeah, what?
It's right.
Suplex City, and I don't even want to see that.
And like with Cena, it's like, okay, I was never like someone who would say they're a big Cena fan, but the guy can go out there and he can talk like nobody else, at least like currently, you know what I mean? And he has some matches that are actually pretty good if he's given the time and really needs to.
Indeed.
So it's like, all right, you can hate him, but like he's doing everything he needs to do in this world. And when he's not here, he is somehow on every talk show, in every school, at every Habitat for Humanity.
All the military places, all that stuff.
Yeah, so it's like, this guy is he's kind of the guy right now. And then Roman Reigns is like, this is my yard. It's like, this is the Undertaker's yard until he retires, period.
Cut some grass.
Like, you work for him.
Keep the grass, man.
Keep the hedges trimmed a little bit. But
yeah, just make sure all the blades is level and you good, Roman. Just stay over there. Stay over there.
But yeah, it's just crazy though. Like looking at that now, it's like, okay, they pigeonhole themselves and put themselves in the corner. It's like, so when he's out of the picture, who are you gonna have? I mean, right now, obviously they're moving away from that, but for the last couple of years, it's like, if he wasn't there, who would it have been? Who would their go-to guy have been?
That's a tough one.
And even when they did that, I forget, it was a couple of years ago, but Cena came back for like a couple weeks or something, and at some point he did a verbal back and forth with Roman Reigns, and I guess there was nothing scripted, so Roman had to just kind of go off the top of his head.
Oh, yeah, Cena was calling him out. It's called a promo, son.
So hey, this is live.
Yeah, like, you gotta learn to shoot one. Let's get it. What you doing?
He's like, I'm here because you can't do your job. It's like,
hey, sometimes you gotta do that though.
Yeah,
you gotta be real, and even if you don't like Cena, you can at least respect that just because, like, yo,
yeah, it's like, well, there it is.
Like, how real we gonna be today? Thank you. I appreciate it. Do that all the time, Cena. And you could tell he was big mad. He was big mad about that. Don't John, please, yeah. John. It's called a promo, son. He was a big man. So I guess, man, realistically, I have to ask, like, even though you haven't rewatched the first joint yet, right now in this moment, do you feel that WrestleMania 36 was it a success, or was it an epic fail, or did it fall somewhere in between?
It had its high points, as they always do, but overall, I feel like it was an okay Raw. That's the feeling I get out of it.
I can dig that. I can dig that for sure.
Because, like, and honestly, and if it wasn't for the Undertaker match, and just again, I know we would talk about how we feel about it, but just that was its saving grace. And then the McIntyre thing was it ending on a high note.
Indeed.
So it had that, and if it didn't have those two things happen, people would be like, "Why did Rhea lose? Why did Lesnar win?" Right?
Mm-hmm.
Those would be the things people would be talking about.
Definitely.
Nobody would care about anything else.
For sure. And I think realistically, I was satisfied. Out of the two nights, I was satisfied with half the card. That's not a terrible show, but not what I expected from Mania. Like you said, it feels like a regular every week show. And crowd and intros, they play a huge factor in that too. Like
right.
Yesterday, all that plays a factor. Your presentation and stuff, but you still got to put on good matches, and you still got to deliver a great product. And it's a ton of matches that I could write off that I could go without seeing again.
Yeah, it's like, it's WrestleMania, so you want to like it.
Indeed.
But again, reverse Taxi 12, right? Same situation.
Moti said under the circumstances, he thought that Mania was satisfactory. That's a decent way to word it. It's not overwhelming or nothing. It's just
because he's right. Like, you can't compare it to like any other WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Because the energy was completely different. You know what I mean? Even for somebody who's watching it, if you're like, you can watch something when you're tired and it'd be different than if you watch it when you're like ready and into it. But like, you feel a certain way. They probably, as much as they try to hype themselves up, I'm sure they all felt a certain way. Yeah. Some of them probably didn't even want to go out. They're probably like, man, do I really need to be out here running around? Like,
I'm sure. I'm sure it was pandemonium on all fronts.
Yeah, but I'm sure it'll all come up when contracts start ending and people.
Oh yeah, they're gonna talk about it. It's coming. 3 years ago, during the whole COVID thing, I didn't want to do it, but they told us it's definitely. They're gonna hold on to that just for the autograph signings and the interviews and all that.
That's gonna be, man.
Yeah,
I still can't believe they held on so long to cancel. I feel like McMahon, he was probably in his mind. I'll bet he was like, I'm not gonna cancel this. They're gonna cancel it.
Indeed.
He didn't want to be the bad guy.
Because McMahon ain't canceling nothing.
Not in real life, anyway.
Cause what happened previously with people coming down from the rafters and the show must go on.
Man, I was watching that pay-per-view live.
I saw it too.
I might still have it on VHS somewhere at my mom's house.
I believe.
Watching that, and then they weren't really clear with what happened until they said, "Okay, Owen fell and he's going to the hospital." It's like, oh man, that's crazy. And then they have a match, and then oh, he died. It's like,
by the way,
okay, and up next we have the Godfather versus. Wait, no, wait, what?
Yeah.
You're just gonna act like this didn't happen?
Yeah, that's right then. That's what I think back to. Vince McMahon is not canceling no show for nothing.
I don't know. I couldn't even imagine because the main event was Undertaker and Stone Cold, and there was a title change somehow in that from one to the other. But I just can't imagine what it felt like going out there, especially with the way things were. They had all been there for so long, so I'm sure they were all somewhat close in whatever way.
For sure.
And
shout out to E-Double in the building.
Who?
E-Double.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Double E.
And and so you see your friend fall from the rafters and get hauled up to a hospital and then passes away. It's like you're gonna feel a certain way about that.
Yeah, for sure.
Kind of like when Eddie Guerrero died and his friend felt a certain way about that, right?
Yep. It's a trip, but I guess Logan saying here, man, it's all about the dollar.
Yeah. Yeah, it's it's rain or shine, whatever's going on is going to go on. But because wasn't one of the things they always talk about is what is going on this show? But one of the things they always talk about is how
I saw that. I'm turning the TV off.
After the September 11th thing, when it was this Raw is the first big gathering in public. It's we got to do this. We got to set the bar for America. It's I don't know that America is really looking to wrestling for inspiration.
Doubt it. Your one inspirational wrestler is not there.
Yeah, it's
yeah, that's dead. Oh wait, Eric's in the building. Hey man, shout out to Eric, bro. WWE sold to Disney. It's going to be more family oriented, less attitude. Eric, I don't think they could even attempt to replicate anything attitude, ruthless aggression, any of that. I don't think that'll ever be seen again.
No, because they're trying to please certain people, and that means not caring about certain people.
Yeah, Double E said Vince is an idiot. There's definitely a lot of truth in that stuff. 22 million in ticket sales, woof. Man, I did the budget one year of just an average of ticket cost of $50 a ticket. That's ridiculous.
I spent because I don't know if you saw the post on Instagram a while ago, but I had my tickets for WrestleMania and NXT, and the WrestleMania tickets, I guess I just blocked it out or something, but the face value of those alone was $275 each. You add in the Ticketmaster fees, I don't know what it came to.
Yo, I hate Ticketmaster. I hate them.
Then the NXT tickets were however much, and I'm just man, this is I'm getting it back, so it's okay, whatever. But still,
yeah,
that's.
I got so lucky with Clash of Champions, man. We had a 6-row seat for $115.
That is amazing.
I was man, I'm jumping on that. Give them to me. Thank you. We going. We going because I was just gonna be cheap and get a little nosebleed or something mid-level and chill.
Yeah.
But them floor seats, man, like a day or 2 days before they just dropped. I was like, thank you, give them up. Like one guy bought a seat and like the 5th or 6th seat on a row, like kind of messing up the numbering. And once that seat sold, the prices dropped. Like cool, bet. No problem. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Yeah. And then AEW, so AEW is going to take over after.
It's going to be like,
if they can, and they've got the roster. If they can just manage to, I think they're already beating NXT, so that's a plus. They just need to kind of keep that momentum going. Maybe somehow get a little more mainstream appeal. But they just brought in Matt Hardy. They've had John Moxley forever now, so I think they got it. If they sound like any other like big names or something,
I think I don't know about yet, but more people are gonna come. The more the buzz goes, that at some point WWE is gonna be split. I mean, the big ones are gonna be locked in under contract, but AEW is gonna be able to get some trickles and some other people and do a decent job of actually creating characters and whatnot. And I see them getting up there. I think it'll be a long while before they actually overtake them as far as like revenue and what they're doing and all that. But
yeah, because the money they're making, like I saw like the little emails or the little statistics in like an email or something a while ago that like for like the Orlando WrestleMania, and they're like, oh, the city of Orlando made like however $1 million just off of WrestleMania being in the city. And it's like, man, that is crazy. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, so for them, so
for you right here.
What's that?
Oh wait, hit the wrong one. And that one right there.
Wait a moment.
Shoes Up been the 33 WrestleManias. He been all of them.
I went to was it 26 and 31, 32, 33, 34.
Yo, Logan, did you look at this? Look. Hey.
And it's funny because like there'll be like little things that happen while I'm there that like stand out, like the WrestleMania in, was it Dallas? I don't remember a whole lot about it, but I do remember meeting Ron Simmons. You know what I'm saying? Like,
shout out to Ron Simmons.
You know, it's like wait, you mean I just got to stand in this line and I can get to meet Farouk? Like, yeah, of course.
The damn man himself. Nation of Domination, man. He had a great career, man. I still remember when he used to come out with the Jerry curl and the different color pants, come out there deep with everybody.
See, he was one of those people who I didn't really appreciate his career until later, because like, you know, when you get into it, like everybody's so brand new, you don't know anybody, and I didn't know that people had worked in other places. I thought it was just you're just out there, you know. Mm-hmm. But then I started doing some reading about things like, oh, Ron Simmons was in WCW and he was like the guy for a bit, you know?
Yeah, he had a hell of a run with them. That's a fact.
And then I remember also that weekend I was in line to meet Mark Henry because I was like, man, this is one of the guys that started wrestling around the time I got into it. So I was like, man, that'd be cool to meet him because he's one of the people I remember. Then I was like, maybe 10 minutes away, like in the line, and they switched him out for Cesaro, which wasn't a problem, but it was like, because I like Cesaro too, but you know, I was kind of excited to meet Mark Henry.
Yeah, for sure. I'd be glad to meet any of them, really. I'm gonna start getting out like you, man, and hitting these little spots and signings and all that. I missed all the Charlotte events, but I had to work, man. When all that was going on, I was at work. I was like, man, so I can't really put hands on nobody. So I was like, oh well.
Yeah,
maybe next time. At least I get to go to the show.
Because who was it? Was it you telling me that somebody did a signing at a Walmart recently?
Yeah, I think that was Kofi.
Yeah, I was like, what? Like,
that's for some reason, man. When people come here, they go to the Walmart on Independence. I have no idea why. Like Kofi was there, Kevin Hart was there. I don't know why people go to that Walmart, but they be there.
Man, you met AJ Styles in the UK. Huh.
Oh, that's what's up.
I went to remember I went to a show like when I lived in England. It was either Revolution. I think it was Revolution Pro. And like Shelton Benjamin was there, and like Buff Bagwell, Cedric Alexander. I was like, man, Drake Maverick. Like, this is crazy.
Oh man, I ain't seen it in your house in a minute. Moti said the last WWE pay-per-view he went to was in your house.
Oh, wow, that is a bold statement. That says a lot. I mean, I really like the in your houses though.
Yeah, they were cool. They were cool.
They had that little house thing at the top of the ramp, you know.
Yeah, I'm good with pretty much everything. 1990 to probably 04, 05. Took a little break somewhere in that range and picked up around maybe 2009, 2010, somewhere in there.
Yeah, I took a break for a lot of like the mid 2000s also, which was apparently, like, looking back at it, was like the worst time to take that break because I really would have liked to have seen that SmackDown run as it was happening when they had like Guerrero and all those guys coming up on there.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, it's cool. It happens. It's not like I can't go back and watch it, but it's just like, am I really going to take the time to go back and watch 2 years worth of SmackDown? No.
Yeah, I'm not. It's not going to be what it was real time anyway. I mean, it still be good to see, but you know, it ain't going to be that from, you know what I'm saying.
Right. I mean, I can go and hit the pay-per-views and watch some of the classics or whatever, you know, and just be good like that. And that's the thing I look at now. It's like 5 years from now, 10 years from now, nobody's going to be talking about anything that's going on Raw right now. At least I don't think so. Unless it somehow gets worse.
Oh man, I didn't even realize it was 11 o'clock.
Is it? Man, I feel like I did a lot today, and I really didn't.
You did enough. You did more than me.
I did. I mean, I made a video, did a live, this one too, watched the battle. So I've been active in some kind of way, but whatever. Sure. I'll go outside tomorrow and go run something out.
I'm gonna go ahead and hop out, man. I gotta be at work at 7 a.m. But you can start the stuff out, man, so everybody know and all that. You know.
Oh yeah, so Shoes Up, Sleeves Down on Instagram, on YouTube. Also got a channel over there if you're into some shoe reviews. I got that going on. Talk a bit about the wrestling from time to time. Probably got a crate coming up here in a couple weeks, so I'll do that again. But yeah, just come on by. You know, I'm up for talking about whatever, whenever. And I'm hoping to get into doing some music reviews too once the concerts start happening again. But we'll see when that happens.
Cool.
Again, and appreciate you for letting me jump in on here with you again.
Man. Anytime I'm up here, anybody's welcome, man. If you know how I do, man. As long as you ain't doing nothing crazy on your screen.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying? We good. But it's your boy McFly, man. Appreciate all y'all stopping by, pulling up. WrestleMania recap with a little bit of extras in there. I may do another live and like recap the whole event, maybe tomorrow, maybe not, depending on what my day's looking like. But appreciate y'all stopping through and all that. Till next time, it's your boy McFly. I'll holler at you.
All right. See you guys later.